If heaven's for clean people, it's vacant. This lyric from the song Load Me Up by Matthew Goodband really got me thinking. Integrity doesn't mean you're perfect or that you won't fall off from time to time. It just means you get back up, face your mistake, and move forward. When I first thought of the word integrity, I immediately thought of someone who always does the right thing. I soon realized that there isn't one perfect example of integrity. We all have different interpretations of the word. I think our interpretations come from an accumulation of things we've seen, who we associate with, our parents, friends, the choices we make, and the things we value. Good morning, students, faculty, and family. I ask you to look around this chapel because I guarantee at least one person here has made a little dent in your understanding of integrity to help shape it. Having the ability to ignore other people's opinions and sticking to your own morals is a key aspect of maintaining integrity. A great example of this is when you're faced with a bullying incident. I think every single one of us have experienced bullying in some form or another, whether you were the bully, the bystander, or the victim. It may have not been those stereotypical forms of bullying, like stealing someone's lunch money or shoving someone into a locker, but I think we've all said something sometime about another person. We make mean comments and judge people every day, but it doesn't matter, right? They can't hear us. I will admit to you right now I've said mean things about some people and also stood by while others say mean things. I think we're all unaware as to how much weight our words carry and how easily they can ruin someone. I know we're lectured about bullying so often now, so it doesn't really stick. But know the line between joking and bullying. Your interpretation might be very different from someone else's. Even if it's just one time, try to summon the integrity and restraint to not make a mean comment or tell someone who is bullying to stop. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture or change the world, but if you're able to protect one person from bullying, trust me, it'll be worth it. I'm not going to tell you a sob story about how rough my life was, because trust me, it was far from rough. But I was, like most kids, made fun of every day when I was younger for my red hair. I used to try to ignore the comments as best I could, but one morning in grade 10, someone turned around in class and called me a ginger. I was so excited because I'd been practicing a comeback for a while. I had it all ready. I looked her in the eyes and said, "Oh yeah? Well, ginger isn't even red, so call me a tomato or something next time." That's right, I managed to give her a new insult. I honestly was so proud, and when I went home to tell my sister how funny I was, she told me it was lame. She told me it was lame and I shouldn't have said it because I probably made it worse. From then on, I realized comebacks were maybe not my strong suit, so I slowly developed the ability to make fun of myself instead. It's a quality I think everyone should learn because it helps you get through some of the tougher times. When you're able to laugh at something you do, it makes it a lot less fun for others to laugh at you. Now, I'm not the expert on integrity, nor anything else for that matter, but I can tell you that doing the right thing is a lot easier when you don't have others' opinions and decisions affecting yours. That is truly the epitome of integrity, when your decisions reflect your morals and no one else's. I can't really tell you the exact definition of integrity because it's personal to your experiences and values, but to me, integrity is one of the most essential qualities someone can possess. In the movie Spider-Man, there is a famous quote, "With great power comes great responsibility." If you have the capability to do something, you have the moral responsibility to do it. There are always going to be roadblocks and curveballs, but with a little determination and a lot of integrity, great things will come. My grandpa, that lovely man sitting back there, for example, has the power to allow nothing to faze him. My whole family was at my uncle's cottage on Family Day weekend, and we all went out one day to go play hockey on the pond. My grandpa stayed back at the cottage, and when we got back, we were asking him about his day. He went through the usual. I napped, I read, I looked outside, and I ate some meatloaf. See, this was curious to us as no one made meatloaf. We looked in the fridge and pulled out a large Ziploc bag of a substance that resembled meatloaf, but friends, it was not meatloaf. It was dog food. We all broke out into hysterics, and my grandpa just began to bark. The man did not care even the slightest, and he laughed it off and said, "It was good with a little ketchup." Humility, I think, is so important. not only in order to maintain integrity, but also generally in day-to-day life. There are many degrees of integrity, and in Bailey, we strive to show our integrity every single day. The Bailey girls are probably the most supportive people I've ever met, and it makes a supportive environment even so much easier to be yourself. If you're struggling with homework, there's always someone to go to. I cannot count the amount of times I've stormed into someone's room begging them to help me, and I've never been turned down. If you're upset about something, there's always some ice cream ready for you and a few shoulders to cry on. If you get amazing news, there'll be 69 other screaming and dancing girls celebrating with you. There is no such thing as a personal victory in Bailey because every single girl will be behind you just as excited, if not more. Integrity stems from what you value in others, and I can say with complete confidence that I value every single one of the Bailey girls in one way or another. Even though my roommates have plotted to kick me out so they could turn my part of the room into a living room, I know those girls still love me. I've been taught most by my family about integrity, and I continue to learn from them. My sister has displayed a great deal of integrity through our years together. One day, my sister, my dad, and I were at a park playing little soccer. Now, I had just joined into a soccer team, and it was my understanding that I was basically the best soccer player ever. I was wearing a different colored jersey than the previous year, and for some reason, I thought that meant I was playing at a much higher level. We stopped for a little break, and I told my sister and dad to watch this cool new trick I learned from my super high-level rep team. I was just playing house league. I placed the soccer ball at my feet, took a nice jump in the air, and proceeded to attempt at kicking the soccer ball with both my feet simultaneously. I won't go into the details, but let's just say I missed big time and landed on my back, winded and in a great deal of pain. Although my sister did break down laughing, I can tell you she had the integrity to not tell every single person at my school that I was incompetent, which would have ruined my soccer career. My stepdad has stuck with me even in those rough times when he tried to punish me by hiding my peanut butter sandwiches, as that was the only item I would eat. I would yell at him until my voice went away, and I would just like to say thank you, because now I appreciate a good peanut butter sandwich so much more. My father takes after my grandpa in that he does not care what anyone thinks. In fact, I'm very impressed that he's not wearing his favorite shirt right now, which reads, Gong Show, Wheel, Snipe, Party. Needless to say, I have told him countless times not to wear it in public, but to him that means wear it everywhere. My mother is Irish, and she has a serious addiction to karaoke. I believe we own 6 machines and about 500 karaoke CDs, and she is constantly asking me to invite everyone over to just sing. We whip that karaoke out every now and again and just let loose. My point is that everyone around me has taught me to just enjoy whatever it is you're doing, no matter how stupid you may look. And to me, that's what integrity is all about. Be honest with yourself about who you are and what you want to do, and then do those things. Whether you want to invent a new gadget, play for a professional sports team, own your own business, or move to the middle of nowhere and do absolutely nothing, do it. I mean, I'm not saying I know this will work for you or that you'll have full support behind you, but if it will make you happy, then go for it. One of my favorite quotes is, don't wait for the light to appear at the end of the tunnel. Stride down there and light the thing yourself. So go ahead and light that tunnel up and let me know when you're rich and famous. I urge every single one of you to determine what you want to be known for. Do you want to be that girl who always lied? Do you want to be that guy who always talked about people behind their backs? Do you want to be that person who no one can trust? Learn your limits and then make the decision to stick to them. I know it's not easy and we'll all mess up from time to time, but know you messed up, get up, dust yourself off, and continue on. Integrity isn't just a word, it's a lifestyle. Thank you, and would you all please rise and sing hymn number 575.